Welcome back to AI Practical Applications. My name is Jack Dowling. Today we're going to discuss narrow AI versus general AI, or AGI, and we're going to talk about AI versus humans. So first of all AI that is being done today is narrow. And I'm going to explain the different types, and then I'll explain what AGI really is and why we don't have it today. So the kinds of applications that we're doing today are things like image recognition. It uses computer vision and machine learning to identify objects. We're doing speech recognition, and it uses natural language processing and machine learning to interpret spoken language. That's the ChatGPT and Bard are both really NLP applications, although they have other types of AI in them. That's the basic thing that they do. Natural language processing uses machine learning algorithms to interpret human speech. Recommendation systems use machine learning to analyze behavior and preference, and fraud detection systems use machine learning to analyze data and identify patterns or anomalies. Okay, so general AI, we're moving towards general AI. Autonomous vehicles, complex board games, ChatGPT, Bard. These are kind of our first systems that are highly complex AI that utilize multiple types of AI to achieve a certain goal. Where we're headed, though, is a general true AGI is things like Data from Star Trek. He was an android, and he had really a lot of superior capabilities to a human, but he was still learning a lot about humans. A lot of things about humans are not logical, and AI is going to have to learn through many iterations what represents normal. I mean, I think all of us struggle our entire lives communicating with other human beings, and I think that AI is going to struggle for a long time too. It's going to take time for it for us to have. First of all, we don't have the robotics today, but once we do have the robotics, it's going to take time for AI to understand all the nuances of human behavior, as well as just have all the perception systems that merge together to create what humans can do. The requirements for general AI, the AGI, is it's going to require highly advanced machine learning techniques that can learn from a wide variety of data sources. That's going to include unstructured and unsupervised data. I'm going to get into all that in detail later on, but it'll need to exhibit strong generalization capabilities, allowing it to apply knowledge gained in one domain to new and unfamiliar tasks. And AI doesn't do that very well yet, and humans do it quite well. It'll require cognitive architectures that can encompass various cognitive abilities, including perception, reasoning, memory, problem solving, and learning. And it should facilitate the integration and coordination of different cognitive processes to make sense of things, as utilizing multiple types of AI. It's going to have broad and deep knowledge base. If you look, humans spend their whole lives learning, and all of that is utilized to make the decisions that we make every day. And so AI will have to have access to an extensive and diverse knowledge base covering a wider range of domains. And it's got to be continually updated and enriched, just like humans are. If you're a person who likes to learn, that's what AI is going to have to become. It's going to have to become a constant learning machine. It'll have to have contextual understanding, so a deep understanding of context, including cultural, social, and emotional aspects. It's got to respond appropriately to nuanced information, context-dependent cues, and non-literal language. Those are the things that we all deal with every day in talking with other human beings, and AI is going to have to be able to do it too for it to be true AGI. So autonomy and self-learning, it's got to have the ability to autonomously acquire new information and knowledge and adapt to changing environments and continuously improve its performance over time. And, I think initially it's going to look goofy in a lot of ways, but over time it'll become more and more sophisticated in much the same way that a human does. It's got to be capable of self-directed learning, setting goals, making decisions based on its own internal learning, just like humans. So ethical and value alignment, it should include mechanisms that ensure ethical behavior and that it's aligned with human values. Robustness and resilience, it's got to be capable of handling uncertainty, noise, and adversarial inputs. I mean, people say things all the time to catch you off guard and make you laugh, but those are going to pose challenges to AI if it doesn't understand the humor. And then human machine interaction, you got to have an effective means of interaction between humans and AGI systems. And it's probably going to be language primarily, but it's got to understand all the nuances of human communication, which includes hand movements, facial movements, inflection in language, all those types of things are going to be necessary to have true AGI. So who's pursuing AGI? Well, OpenAI, which is it's an organization that was founded several years back with a mission of ensuring that AGI benefits all of humanity. And the aim is to develop safe and beneficial AGI while emphasizing a cooperative approach and responsible deployment across the industry. DeepMind is a subsidiary of Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, and they focused on artificial intelligence research, including efforts towards AGI. Google Brain is a research team within Google. They explore various aspects of AI and machine learning. While they're focusing on specific applications, they've also shown interest in AGI and its broader implications. Microsoft conducts extensive research in AI and machine learning, and they're not really focused on AGI right now, but the things that they're doing are contributing to the advancements in AGI. IBM has been involved in cutting edge AI for a long time, and I think it really blew most of our minds when Watson came in and beat the two top Jeopardy contestants and beat them pretty soundly. I mean, it was just faster and it knew more, which was quite stunning. IBM's done a lot around machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. And then universities and research institutions like Stanford and MIT, Oxford, the Future of Humanity Institute, these are all organizations that are heavily focused on AGI. So will AI surpass humans? Well, if you're a technical optimist, you believe that it'll achieve levels of intelligence capabilities beyond what humans can do today. And that's what people refer to as AGI. Skeptics, even skeptics, I think they believe it's going to get very advanced and very capable, but they think it'll excel at certain tasks or domains and achieve genuinely human-like general intelligence. But it being as, I guess, robust and well-rounded and flexible as a human, that they believe that may be elusive. And I got to tell you, I don't know which of those is true. I don't think we're far enough along to know. I mean, we don't have the math to really do AGI, but it's being developed rapidly. I guess if I had to lean one way or the other, I would lean on the optimism side. If you just look at what technological advances that humankind has made in my 45 years of experience in the technology industry, it's absolutely mind-boggling. And it's continued to progress faster and faster year after year. And so we're likely to do some really stunning developments in AI in short order. So it's going to have multiple intelligences too. And what that really means is intelligence is a multifaceted concept. It encompasses a lot of different dimensions like logic, reasoning, emotional intelligence, social skills, creativity, and a lot of other things. And while it's shown a lot of AI, shown a lot of advancements in specific domains, it still can't handle the breadth and depth of what humans can do across those dimensions that I just mentioned. And it's uncertain whether it'll be able to replicate the full range of human intelligence in the foreseeable future, but I'm almost positive that someday it definitely will. And it's also going to have a cooperative intelligence. And I think that what you're going to see, I mean, you're seeing this already, but AI is going to augment human performance. And I think you're going to see a lot of synergy between humans and AI. And over time, we may even become mixed. So that's all I'm going to cover in this session. I'm trying to keep these sessions short. So if you're listening to them in your car on the way home, you can get in a session very quickly. In the next session, I'm going to talk about common methods of using AI and common applications of AI. And then I'm going to talk about usage in natural language processing and in autonomous vehicles. But we're going to get into the weeds a little bit on this one because I'm going to actually talk about the kind of AI models that are used in each of these. And that'll be kind of our first dive into, the real deep technical aspects of AI. But, this is a teaching podcast. That's the entire purpose of the podcast. And so I'm going to deep dive. I mean, I'm going to go pretty deep. This next session will be deeper than the one so far. And the sessions that come after that are going to get very deep. But recognize that between these deep sessions, I'm going to be interviewing people who do this for a living. And those are interesting conversations. I've already had a lot of the conversations, and now I'm moving towards the interviews. I've already conducted a couple of interviews, and I'll get another one here shortly. And then I'll be producing an interview probably at least every other week. I may be actually doing an interview every week with these teaching things in between them. So I'm just trying to move through this as quickly as possible because AI is coming at us, and it's coming at us fast. And the sooner that all of us understand it, the better off we're going to be.